but he couldn't survive a second. Rap star Tupac Shakur last night after a brief life in a rough business. He was 25.
You guys are driving around, and then you hear these girls say, Tupac, Tupac.
Got to the light, and he happened to be hanging out the window. Once he got to reaching, I got to ducking.
Which of those four is it when you talked to him about Tupac?
It was really about both of them. Either one. It was
Tupac and Suge, you mean?
Yeah.
Today, it would finally be announced. Shocking new evidence has surfaced in the Tupac Shakur case in Las Vegas. Police uncovered material from Keith D, revealing exactly who was involved, how it went down, and what truly happened that night. Investigators even found files dating back to November 18, 1995, when Tupac was photographed with Sean Diddy Combs' baby mama, Sarah Chapman. Diddy had openly called Sarah his dream girl in past interviews.
I believe so. I do believe so. I have proved things that I could say that will back up my claim, but this is not for the world to know about. You know what I mean? It's between me and him, and only he knows. So every time he say it didn't happen, or that's the only thing that makes this become an issue to everybody. I was acting. Who gets shot 5 times in acts? Oh, I didn't get shot 5 times in their vision. I only got shot once because they found the book. The police found it, but now they the cops. Now they doing detective work.
So when she started seeing Tupac, it reportedly drove him mad. This led to what's now believed to be Diddy's first failed attempt at getting Tupac taken out. During Diddy's ongoing legal battle, things got even crazier. A former LAPD officer claimed Diddy paid $1 million to have Tupac dealt with. In retaliation, Tupac's side allegedly arranged Biggie's death soon after. Evidence now points to Keith D being hired by Diddy himself, and after decades of walking free, Keith D has finally been arrested.
On all 4 of those occasions, there's San Diego, Anaheim, Irvine, and Vegas. Which ones do you actually talk to Puffy at?
Every one.
Every one of them. Which of those 4 is it when you talk to him about Tupac?
It was really about both of them. Either one. It was
Tupac and Suge, you mean?
Yeah.
The wild part? He had no clue he'd been secretly recorded confessing that Diddy was the mastermind behind it all. Now, Diddy is facing serious questions after being named 77 times in a bombshell legal filing. According to Keith D, the self-proclaimed hitman, everything was done at Diddy's command, and he even bragged that pulling it off was easier than he thought it would be.
Because he died because all these guys sold him this lifestyle idea, but he wasn't it. He couldn't fight. He had no athleticism. He didn't know how to shoot. He wasn't that guy, but he started to believe it.
He method acted it.
100% method acted it.
Even writer and historian Jeff Pearlman, who penned a detailed Tupac biography.
I hate when they leave me to talk because I always say the wrong thing. I always say the wrong thing. Last time they left me, I said something about Puffy. You saw that? Yeah! I gotta stop doing that kind of shit. I've been talking to a therapist trying to help me with the I'm saying. I said crazy in my mind. For no reason. No reason. Oh wait, maybe I said it about Puffy because he got Tupac killed.
Once claimed that Tupac wasn't really the fearless gangster he portrayed. He was playing a role. Now, with all this new evidence, the Tupac case is exploding online again.
Now, it was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there, with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
Because listen, 7 years ago, I'd have been like, yo, did you hire somebody? But no, you do it like a journalist.
Yeah, no, I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying? It's nonsense.
Which we never believed, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
50 Cent even jumped in, reacting live on stage and calling out Diddy in front of the crowd. But right after that, something truly bizarre happened. An old Diddy interview suddenly resurfaced and went viral. It was a painfully awkward Breakfast Club segment where Tupac's name came up, and Diddy's reaction had everyone online saying he looked way too nervous.
With Tupac, though, in regards to Tupac, I heard a story, did you give him different advice that night on where to go?
I didn't give him no advice.
Right.
We wasn't seeing eye to eye.
Right.
So.
Saying during the Tyson.
Yeah, this incident that I'm explaining to you right now was the day before that.
Okay.
So when they got to Vegas, They went their way, I went back. I mean, when we got to LA, they went to Vegas and I went home. That's why I wasn't in the car with them.
To make it even wilder, a new document from Detective Russell Poole's original investigation resurfaced, suggesting that Suge Knight may have arranged Tupac's death before Pac could leave Death Row Records, and then framed a rival Crip set to mislead investigators. That led to one burning question. Which famous Crip could Suge have pinned it on? The most known Crip in the world, Snoop Dogg.
The last time me and Tupac was on the same page, and I did an interview with Angie Martinez, and she asked me how did I feel about Puffy and Biggie, and I told her that I like their music and I want to do music with them. Death Row didn't like that, Tupac didn't like that, so we had a misunderstanding. So on the flight back to LA, I didn't feel comfortable around them for what they had did, as far as I didn't let my security ride with me. So to protect myself and to, prevent from happening, I slept under a blanket with the knife and the fork just in case something was to go wrong, but it didn't.
What's crazy is that Snoop was supposed to be in the BMW with Tupac the night it happened. He's even said it himself. Last minute plans changed and he didn't go. This twist hits hard, especially since Snoop, Tupac, and Suge had a heated clash just days before the tragedy. Suddenly, Suge's story about Snoop being tied to it all doesn't sound so far-fetched.
I say a week before he died, we was best of friends. 2 days before he died, I don't think he liked me.
Why?
Because we was in New York.
Oh, yeah.
And it happened. New York, they shot at me and did all kind of shit to me, like just the worst you could think of. And I forgave him. And went and did an interview and was asked, how do I feel about Puffy and Biggie? And I was like, I like it. I want to do some music with them. And that just rubbed Cuz the wrong way, like tried to kill me, out at you, and you talking about you want to do a song with him. I wasn't thinking about his emotions. I was thinking about the way I felt at the time. I wasn't into no controversy. I liked his music. They was our friends. We was all friends at one point. There's video footage of all of us hanging out.
Back in the day, Snoop Dogg was deep in the streets, no question about it. Some people even believe Snoop got a heads up that Tupac was going to be targeted that night, which is why he suddenly backed out of riding in that BMW. But that's not all. New files uncovered something even wilder. In an old interview, Snoop admitted that just 2 days before Tupac's death, he actually felt like he hated him. Crazy, right?
Suge Knight and their entourage went to the Mike Tyson, the MGM Grand. Keefe D and his nephew, Orlando Lane Anderson, and 2 of their friends were also there. Keefe D told LAPD Detective Greg Kading more than a decade ago, in a proffer that couldn't be used against him, the shooting was retaliation after Tupac jumped Orlando and beat him up at the casino. Surveillance cameras recorded the fight. Tupac was angry that Lane had stolen his necklace years prior in Compton. Tupac, Suge Knight, and the entourage left the casino quickly.
When you piece that together with the new evidence that's just been unsealed, the whole Tupac case starts to make a lot more sense. On September 7th, 1996, Tupac was in Las Vegas with Suge Knight, the boss of Death Row Records. They hit the MGM Grand to watch the Mike Tyson fight.
Knew about Tupac's concert at the Club 662. Members, including Orlando and Keefe D, jumped in their white Cadillac and started cruising the strip looking for the offender. Before long, they finally spotted Tupac's caravan. At the intersection of East Flamingo Boulevard and Koval Lane, the white Cadillac pulled alongside the black BMW with Suge on the driver and Tupac on the passenger seats. The back window of the Cadillac rolled twice in the chest, once in the arm, once in the thigh.
But after the match, things got messy fast. Tupac and Suge spotted an enemy in the lobby, and chaos broke out before security jumped in to break it up. After cooling off, Tupac and Suge went back to their hotel to change clothes, then headed out to Suge's own nightclub to celebrate. Around 11 p.m., the two cruised down the Vegas Strip in a black BMW, windows down, music blasting, soaking up the spotlight.
And Bubble Up was the driver, and Baby Lane and Freaky were in the back seat.
We was just all in the car together. Just say that.
This was the white Cadillac.
Yeah.
So you guys are driving around, and then you hear these girls say, Tupac, Tupac.
Got to the light. We was gonna go drink, and he happened to be hanging out the window. He's hanging out the window like he was in a parade.
Tupac?
Yeah, he was.
So what happens next? You said that As you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat.
Everyone was watching, and that's when it happened. They pulled up to a red light, and in that exact moment, everything changed forever.
You said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat, and you said that Tupac pulled out.
It looked like he was reaching, yeah. Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you actually?
No, once he got the reaching, I got the ducking.
So someone from your car,
that's what happened.
Started at Tupac and Suge.
For more than 2 decades, the truth behind that tragic night stayed buried in mystery. Until now, investigators turned their attention to a shocking interview with Keef D on DJ Vlad's show, where he openly described the exact moments leading up to Tupac's shooting. He detailed how they spotted Tupac, rolled up on him, and how the situation escalated in seconds.
Lane starts to... you say Suge looks over, he sees you?
Yeah.
He looks right at you?
Yeah, he looks at me.
Okay. When he looks over at you, and then, Tupac's busy getting evidently, the story is Tupac's trying to either get out of the
back seat or something.
Yeah, what do you see happening inside their car?
I seen him going Suge head. I thought he was.
So Orlando across Dre?
He leaned over on the window. We rolled down the window.
According to Keef D, Tupac was the first to reach for his gun, which made everyone in Keef's car panic. And that's when it all went down. Tupac apparently knew something was coming. He was just too late to react.
Yeah, I hate that happened, dog. I really do, man. Cause it took a lot of people's lives, dude. I hate that happen. Promise to God. I feel they should, that was wrong, man. It was just wrong, purely wrong. You know what I'm saying? I wish it had never happened. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion on it. It never happened, dude.
Later, Keef D dropped an unreleased police interrogation tape that left everyone speechless. He wasn't just talking, he was self-snitching in real time, describing his role in the crime while the case was still officially cold. Nobody believed him at first because it sounded too wild to be true, but the details lined up too perfectly.
Well, it turns out when I talked to Tupac's longtime mentor, political mentor, former Black Panther Chokwe Lumumba, who was his first business manager, he's told me, I basically asked, well, was Tupac only pretending to be in order to appeal to gangs and politicize them? And he said yes. And that was part of his thug life agenda that he came up with his imprisoned stepfather, Tupac Shakur. And so Tupac was just using that in order to get the and the leaders to call peace truces, first in Los Angeles, then throughout California, and then throughout the country. And that was why he was pretending to be this type. And really, he was just an intellectual prodigy.
That same interrogation, which took place the very night of the shooting, confirmed it was really him. What's unbelievable is that after confessing, Keef D was allowed to walk free that night like nothing happened. Cops had one of the key players right in front of them, and they let him go home. During the follow-up investigation, police even uncovered Keef D's chilling reaction to Tupac's death, where he was asked, "What shows your emotions? Drop your thoughts below. How would you react if you heard that confession?" Here's where things go absolutely wild. The evidence file has an entire subsection claiming Tupac is still alive. Let's break it down.
So if you ain't ready for it, get on the sidewalk.
One last question.
Nobody knows.
Y'all good? Yeah, we good. Thanks a lot, man.
Last time I saw him, he was in church.
One part begins with an interview from a law enforcement officer who shockingly claimed Tupac was actually an industry plant sent in to cool down the war between the red and blue street crews. According to him, the plan failed.
Look, zoom in. That's Pop, man. He with the outlaws. And Reg from Holla Back is trying to be friendly and get autographs. Holla Back exclusive, baby. Holla Back.
And that's why Pac suddenly died. This could also explain why Snoop Dogg kept his distance in Las Vegas that night, since he was still heavy in the streets and didn't want to be caught in whatever was going on. But it gets even crazier. The file includes a 2010 interview with rapper Tretch, a longtime friend of Tupac's. After the interview ended, the cameraman forgot to shut off the camera and set it down, and in that leftover footage, you can clearly hear the interviewer asking about Tupac.
I mean, when I left that hospital, me and Pac was laughing and joking. So I don't see how somebody can turn from doing well to doing bad.
So you seriously think that he might still be alive?
I'm gonna tell you this, Pac, you never know.
Tretch casually replies, "Last time I saw him, he was in Cuba." 2 weeks later, a video mysteriously appeared online, supposedly showing Tupac chilling in a Cuban parking lot. That single clip lit the fuse on the entire Tupac is alive in Cuba theory, which has been the most viral rumor ever since. And now, in 2025, it's no longer just a theory to some. Even Suge Knight has publicly hinted over and over that Tupac survived.
So he was conscious on the way to the hospital?
He was conscious on the way to the hospital. He was conscious in the ambulance. He was conscious after they did the surgery.
What was the last thing that he said to you?
They left.
In one of his most convincing interviews, Suge recalled Tupac's condition at the hospital, saying, "When I left that hospital, me and Tupac were laughing and joking. I don't see how someone can turn from doing so well to doing bad." Like this video if you agree, because even Suge seems to believe Pac might still be out there. After that shocking statement from Suge Knight, things only got deeper because new leaks started surfacing that backed up parts of his story. Former hospital staff allegedly claimed Tupac's body was quietly moved hours before the official report of his passing was filed. Even wilder, the coroner's photo that was released years later didn't match Tupac's tattoos or scars, sparking massive debate online. Fans began comparing screenshots, zooming in on every detail, pointing out that the photo looked edited or staged. Then came another twist. A retired FBI agent allegedly confessed that Tupac was placed in a secret witness protection program due to the federal investigation into death row's criminal ties. According to the so-called leak, Pac's death was the cleanest way to get him out before something worse happened. And guess where the file said he went? Cuba, that same island mentioned by Tretch and Suge. But the internet didn't stop there. Fans dug up Cuban photos and shaky footage showing a man with the same build, bald head, and nose ring as Tupac, living quietly under another name. Some say it's fake, others swear it's real. But one thing's for sure, every new piece of proof keeps the mystery alive. Could Tupac have really pulled off the biggest escape in music history? Just when everyone thought the mystery couldn't get any crazier, fresh documents leaked from a private investigator in 2025. And they flipped the story upside down. These files claim that multiple government agencies were monitoring both Tupac and Diddy months before the Vegas incident. The reasoning? Tupac was allegedly preparing to expose major corruption in the industry and inside law enforcement. According to the investigator, his death might have been a cover-up disguised as a street beef. Even more insane, one of the redacted memos reportedly mentioned a classified witness extraction taking place on the same night Tupac was shot. That's got people wondering, was he really gunned down or quietly flown out while the chaos played out in front of cameras? Meanwhile, fans have connected this theory with strange coincidences like the missing medical records and how no verified morgue photos have ever surfaced. Plus, why did Suge Knight, the man sitting right next to him, never get hit once? Too convenient, right? Now, online forums are exploding again. Reddit threads, X posts, YouTube breakdowns. Everyone's debating whether Tupac was a victim, a survivor, or a man who staged his own exit to escape the game for good. The question remains, if Tupac really did vanish that night, what's he been planning all these years? But here's where it gets even weirder. According to official police records, Tupac was listed as being in a very deep sleep when arriving at the hospital. So how could he and Suge have been laughing and joking, as Suge claimed, if Pac was unconscious? It doesn't add up at all. When you line that up with a 2008 interview, Suge Knight said the exact same thing, only to go completely silent 2 weeks later after he was nearly taken out at a nightclub. A gunman fired 6 shots at him, and he refused to cooperate with police. Many believe that hit was tied to him publicly speaking on Tupac. Even crazier, Suge Knight's son, Suge Jr., repeated the same mistake in 2018. He hopped on Instagram claiming Tupac was alive and living in Malaysia, then immediately posted another screenshot of a text conversation where someone warned him, "You have said too much." "It's now time for you to go panicking," Suge Jr. kept posting, even sharing images of Tupac photoshopped or possibly real with modern celebrities like 50 Cent and Beyonce. On one image of Tupac with Beyonce, he captioned, "He never left us, but they'll be after me soon." Some fans think it was a desperate publicity stunt for clout, but others swear it's the truth, because if anyone would know what really happened to Tupac, it's the son of Suge Knight. Comment your thoughts down below. Do you believe Tupac is still alive? I'll be reading them all, and don't forget, subscribe to Dripzine, hit that like button, and share this video so more people see this crazy story.